Exposing the invisible wall in relationships. Many adults with autism struggle in relationships. They often feel confused. Emotional distance is common. This is not because they don't want to connect. Autistic people may love deeply, but their brains work differently. This can create an invisible wall between them and their partners. Imagine a world with the volume turned up too high. You feel overwhelmed by sounds, lights, and touch. Social situations are exhausting. Now imagine trying to navigate love in that world. This is the reality for many autistic adults. They may miss social cues or misunderstand their partner's emotions. This can lead to frustration and arguments. The good news is that these challenges are not insurmountable. With understanding and effort, relationships can thrive. The first step is to recognize that different doesn't mean less. Autistic people experience love and connection. They just might express it differently. It's like speaking different languages of love.
Lost in translation. One of the biggest hurdles is miscommunication. Autistic people often have difficulty reading between the lines. They take things literally. Sarcasm and subtle hints can be like a foreign language. This can lead to misunderstandings and hurt feelings. Let's say a couple is planning a date. The neurotypical partner might say, "Let's do something fun this weekend." To an autistic person, this might sound vague and confusing. They might wonder, what does fun mean? What are we doing? When are we doing it?
My boyfriend got frustrated when I didn't react well to spontaneous plans. He'd say, "Let's go on an adventure." I'd freeze up. I need time to process and prepare. He thought I was being difficult. In reality, I was just overwhelmed.
This example highlights the need for clear communication. Direct language is key. Instead of saying, "Let's do something fun," try, "How about we go to the museum on Saturday afternoon?" This leaves no room for interpretation. It reduces anxiety. A lifetime of puzzles, solved. Many autistic adults are diagnosed later in life. They grow up feeling different. They may have experienced bullying or social isolation, but they don't know why. A late diagnosis can be life-changing. It can be a relief to finally understand themselves. But it can also be a shock. It can bring up complicated emotions. Imagine going through life feeling like a square peg in a round hole. Then you discover that you were never meant to fit in that hole. You are a different shape entirely. This realization can be both liberating and overwhelming.
When I was diagnosed with autism, it was like a light bulb went off. All those years of feeling inadequate, of not understanding social cues, suddenly made sense. It explained my failed relationships, my struggles at work. It was a relief, but it also brought up a lot of sadness for the life I could have had if I had known sooner.
A late diagnosis often leads to re-evaluating past relationships. It can explain communication breakdowns and conflicts. This understanding is crucial for moving forward and building healthier relationships.
Building bridges of understanding. Awareness is the foundation for building strong neurodiverse relationships. Both partners need to educate themselves about autism. This means learning about sensory sensitivities, communication styles, and coping mechanisms. Clear communication is non-negotiable. Autistic individuals often benefit from direct language. Avoid hints or sarcasm. Express your needs and expectations clearly. Don't expect your partner to just know what you're thinking or feeling. Creating shared rules can be helpful. This could involve agreeing on how to handle disagreements, how much social interaction feels comfortable, or how to communicate needs. For example, a couple might decide that they will always use I statements during arguments, or they might agree to have a signal for when one person needs a break from a social situation. Remember that flexibility and compromise are essential in any relationship. This is especially true in neuro-diverse relationships. It's about meeting each other halfway. It's about creating a dynamic that works for both partners.
Love on the spectrum is possible. To autistic individuals watching this, you are not broken. You are not incapable of love. You deserve to be loved for who you are, neurodiversity and all. Embrace your unique strengths and perspectives. Don't be afraid to advocate for your needs in relationships. To the partners, approach your loved ones with empathy and patience. Remember that their brains are wired differently. This doesn't make them difficult or unloving. It just means they experience the world in a different way. educate yourselves, communicate openly, and celebrate the unique strengths your partner brings to the relationship. Love on the spectrum can be incredibly rewarding. It offers a different perspective, a unique depth of connection. It requires effort, understanding, and a willingness to embrace difference. Like any worthwhile endeavor, the rewards far outweigh the challenges. Thank you for watching. If you or someone you know is navigating love on the spectrum, remember that understanding and patience are key. Together, we can create a world where everyone is loved and accepted for who they are. Stay tuned for more stories and insights.